Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge our First Nations and traditional owners of the lands that you may have come from or work upon, and pay my respects. To all our Aboriginal elders, all elders, past and present, also pay my respects. To all our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander brothers and sisters, from whatever Aboriginal or island nation you may have come from, welcome to Gadigal. And to all our non-Indigenous brothers and sisters here today, a very warm and sincere welcome to you to Gadigal. No matter where you've come from, whether it be across the seas, across the state or across town, once again, a very warm and sincere welcome to you to Gadigal. And as I've mentioned many times before, was, is and always will be Aboriginal land. Only three things shorter than that: coming, taxation and going. It's an honour and pleasure to be here today to welcome one and all to Gadigal. Gadigal is one of 29 clans of the Eora Nation. The Eora Nation is bounded by nature's zone, the Hawkesbury River to the north, the Pean to the west and Georges River to the south. And in between those three mighty rivers is the Eora Nation. And in that nation there are 29 clans. And the clan's land we're on today is Gadigal. On behalf of South Sydney Rabbitohs and of the Gadigal mob, once again, a very warm and sincere welcome to you to Gadigal. There's an old Aboriginal saying out there, and I think it's very appropriate for you mob here today. They say, where there's a will, there's relatives. So once again, on behalf of the Rabbitohs and of the Gadigal mob, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Jez. Also want to thank Uncle Alan for that unique but also very warm and generous welcome. Thank you, Alan. I want to acknowledge all the traditional owners of the land upon which we meet today and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. Also want to welcome the families of the players who are here today and at home, particularly Brielle and to Matt and Trish, Mitchell and to Bernie Walker. Great to see you here today. We're acutely aware at the club that we aren't in these positions to sign great players without the commitment and the work and the effort that you guys put in to support the players on the field and off the field. So thank you. Also want to welcome a number of our corporate partners here today. Thank you for your ongoing support of South Sydney, in particular to Peter Chow, CEO of MG Motor. Peter, great to see you here as well. Thank you. Today's a significant day for the South Sydney club. Alongside the retention of Damien Cook last week, it gives me great pleasure on behalf of the club to announce extended agreements for two great players, two important members of the Rabbitohs family. For Cody Walker, extending his stay until the end of the 2025 season at least, and to Latrell Mitchell, extending his stay with the club until at least the end of the 27th season. It's fitting in some ways that we announced them together today. They debuted in the same game, albeit on different teams, back in round 1, 2016. But their careers have been inextricably linked since then. If I could just say a few words about each of them before we open to questions. Anyone who read today's paper will have heard more about Cody's journey as an NRL player, the tenacity that he showed, the resilience that he showed to not give up before making debut in 26 is something that I think is the genesis of rugby league and everything that rugby league speaks to. But then there's also his competitiveness and desire to grasp every opportunity he's had since that debut to play for his state, many individual honours, including 2 George Piggins medals. But there's also what happens off the field with Cody, which I think everyone at the club is tremendously proud of. He's become a courageous, considered and articulate advocate for the Indigenous community. He also does an enormous amount of community work in his own time, and that was rewarded with last year's Ken Stephen medal. Latrell, in some ways, had a slightly quicker journey to the NRL in his debut, but no less resilient in the way he faces both the challenges and successes of his career. His outstanding career speaks for itself: premierships, Origin series wins, many individual honours, and culminating in a World Cup win last month, which I know both the club and Latrell are extremely proud of. He's also become a courageous and committed advocate for Indigenous community, particularly standing up to racism and racist abuse on social media. On that note, I just want to finish with 3 thank yous before opening to questions. Firstly, thank you for the players, for your commitment to our club. You're important members both of the club on the field and off it. I want to thank the players and their management, particularly Warwick and Sarah, for their patience. Hasn't been an easy deal to do in the context of a CBA and a salary cap that's uncertain, but we thank you for your patience, your understanding through this process. And finally, on a personal level, it's been an honour and a privilege to watch these 2 men grow on the field and grow off it to the positions that they now hold as leaders of our club, leaders of their community and leaders within the game. But I'm also very happy to know that the best is yet to come.
I suppose, what Blake's sort of touched on, and everything that's sort of gone on in our careers, and myself personally, it's just been, sort of a roller coaster ride, and ups and downs, leaps and bounds. But I'm definitely grateful to be able to set, my future in concrete here, and ever since I got the opportunity to come over, Anzac Parade to be in Redfern and be amongst this great club. It's I've always had South Sydney through me, running through my veins, with my dad, and definitely Taree, as a proud community of they love the Rabbitohs, and I've always known that if it wasn't my first team, it's my second, and but today I announce it as my first team, and I want to be here for the rest of my career, and I definitely feel at home here, and that's all that matters to me, is that home feeling, and it's my home away from home, and that's the people in my environment that create that as well. And, thanks to the club, thanks to Cody, thanks to my teammates, and Jason as well. It's just it's pretty emotional out of that, but good ways. Yeah, like Blake touched on, the first sort of game we played against each other was first round 2016, and today, we embark on another journey to, go together for the next few years and create something special. And we both want to win premierships here, and we both want to bring a trophy home. And, we sort of, we think similar, I guess, in a sense. And I just want to, we just both want to make our families proud and be the proud men that we are, and definitely, hold a trophy at the end of it.
Yeah, you get a sense of home as well, like 2, black kids from country areas, Taree and Casino. Who would have thought we'd be in this position today? But you just sort of get us, we get along together. I respected him from afar when he was at the Roosters. What he was able to achieve at 18, 19, to win 2 premierships before 22, pretty impressive stuff. And to see him come across and do what he's done at our club, and improve my game is pretty special. And glad that he's we're both committed to the club for a number of years, and as he said, we both want to win premierships, and that's what we're aiming to do. Nah, don't write me off. Look, I don't think so. Obviously, starting a little bit later probably helped prolong my career a little bit. Debuting at 26, probably let my body, let myself grow into the body, and wasn't taking the hits at 17, 18. So, it worked out well for me. Obviously, touch wood, see what happens.
I think it's a credit to both Latrell and Cody, and also their management, that we were able to, I think, largely do the agreement and the negotiations in private. Says a lot about their commitment to the club. Hasn't been easy without a CBA, so we've been, in some ways, shooting at a moving target all the way through. But once we knew that they wanted to stay here, it was incumbent on us to find the right deal to do that. And their management and everyone who's been associated with the deal has been great to deal with.
Yeah, you see what the big fella's done, like last year, just to step up and take on the role of, and obviously being under Wayne Bennett for a while and learning the tricks of the trade, and he's really come into his own and showed us, what he's about, and he's all about family and that connection also. But for him to do, such great things in his first year, it's it definitely made me more, committed to the club, and committed to him. Just wanted to show that. I know Cody's feeling the same way. We're definitely excited for the next few years with him, and can't wait, bro. Yeah, it's definitely something to look forward to for the NRL world. I know the big fella's been working really hard on himself, and I can't wait. Honestly, it's been a long time coming. I played up through him. I always looked up to my older brother, and to get more opportunity, definitely something I'm looking forward to.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's they're two players that influence people around them on the field and off the field, and to have them committed to our club long term is huge in terms of the stability, organisation, but also we've got some good young talent that will learn off these guys. And like I said, they're two players that in big games can deliver, and in a market that's hard to keep players, and really pleased for the club and for these guys to set their futures up.
Yeah, 100%. I think if I was 18 and I got an opportunity to play NRL, I probably would have, in and out the door straight away. I had to go through those struggles to really find myself, and obviously I owe a lot to my two young boys who changed my life for the better. I was 21, found out Kine was coming along, and I had no job, no car, no licence, so I had nothing really going for me. So I had no real choice but to turn my life around, and as I said, I sort of pinched myself that I'm here right now, but had to work really hard to be in a position where I am, to look after my family and provide for them, and I'm really grateful that I've got kids like mine. They're able to witness some pretty special things that happen on the footy field. I remember very clearly, we played against the Roosters, and I scored the first try of the second half, and my oldest lad comes up to me and shakes my hand on the footy field. Like, that's crazy. Like, those memories like that will, are pretty special in terms of, no other kid sort of gets to do that sort of stuff. So I'm quite blessed and honoured that, I'll get to share those type of moments with my kids, and, after games, and get to celebrate with them, and it's pretty special.
Yeah, it does mean it means a lot. Like, I don't like talking about family when I'm doing stuff, but it gets me a bit. But definitely, just let them know that I'm very grateful for everyone that's played a part in my career and in my journey. Come down as a 15-year-old boy and achieve something that I don't think a lot of people wanted me to achieve as well. And can't thank the people in my life that give me a house to live in when I come to Sydney. And I had nothing at the start of it, but I've got it all now, and the future's bright, and I can't wait. I've set some goals into place where I want to achieve and be grateful and be happy and be proud of myself by the time I'm 30 and look back and see where I can go from there. But our families are definitely one thing that motivates a lot of this, and it's our why, and what my purpose is to be here for the next few years to win a comp. Yeah, definitely. At least 2 out of the next few years, 3, maybe 5. Chasing whatever we chase every year. It's why we play footy.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, very proud of the guys over the last 5 to 6 years to be in 5 straight prelims, but we haven't got the job done. Hasn't been good enough, and that's why we're back training now and working really hard to get that end goal, and that's why we're always striving for. Obviously, we can be proud of what we've done and what we've achieved, but at the end of the day, we haven't got that premiership, and that's what we're chasing.
Very much, everyone, for coming along here this morning. As we said, a massive announcement for our club, great moment for the boys and their families. We thank you for being here to take part in it. We'll set up some photos now, and then if you have any further interview requests, we can deal with those as they come in. But thank you very much for coming along. Hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year 2023. It's the year of the rabbit.